This is what I needed. I needed this series. I needed Barakamon to air, and I needed to see this episode to wind me down, make me relaxed, and really just give me a good laugh, because I definitely needed it. So, this series, this episode, once again, it gives you those feels. It really does. I love this series. I have said that enough. And this series really just uplifts your spirit because, it's so enjoyable getting to see the characters interact with each other. The comedy is so fresh, and at the exact same time, you gotta love the different interactions with the characters. Now, the episode, I guess for the most part, it's a beach episode, but it's not just your standard fan service beach episode. It's actually a very mature beach episode. It's not like, oh, put some sunscreen on me and all that, let me take off my bra, put some sunscreen. No, it wasn't like that. It actually had a mature beach episode where Handa was knocked out majority of the episode because of a concussion, and you see, Naru and the gang just, floating in the water, having fun, messing with sea cucumbers, which look really fucking disturbing, and you see Handa gets really, upset and scared that he thinks Naru's about to get injured when she jumps off the top of the pier, or the docks, or whatever that's called. So right there, I felt like this episode really had some good emotions to it, and the main concept you can get out of this episode is that Handa is learning how to have fun. For instance, as we see in this episode, which is very subtle, you really have to pay attention to notice, this episode really had a lot of development, and it actually meant a lot to the overall plot. Even though it looks like it's just there to have fun and comedy and kicks and giggles, it's actually a very important episode. Let me point it out. So, at the beginning of this episode, we see a personality trait with Handa, and it's one of his biggest issues. He loves calligraphy, and he loves drawing all the time. He loves writing. Well, as you see, he's really pushy, and he does not have any fun when he writes. We can see that. He loves it, yes, he kind of worships it, but he technically doesn't have fun, because he makes fun of the kids, like Naru and the gang, and say, like, oh, you guys must be children since you're having fun, you're naive and stuff. So, right there it shows you that Handa doesn't think calligraphy is fun. And that's the big thing, because we saw a direct reference to this entire example. For instance, how he said that calligraphy isn't fun. Pretty much he might as well said that, well, a couple episodes back when he wrote on the wall that simple meant fun. And so it shows you that for him to improve and become a better writer, and become a better calligrapher, he needs to have fun. And that's exactly what this island is doing for him. He's having fun, he's getting to chill with the island inhabitants, and at the exact same time, he's getting to mature as a person. And so technically, he's progressing with comedy, which is really strange. The comedy we saw in this episode actually had meaning. And it shows you that Handa as a character is starting to cherish these people around him. Not just his calligraphy, he's starting to care for Naru and everybody else on the island, and he really is starting to have a lot of fun. And I like how they threw in that entire emotion and personality trait of him and really tried to develop that secretly. It was a really secret way how they developed his character in this episode, which I really am passionate about. Now, the episode's animation, there was a couple animation derps. I did notice a couple this episode. I really haven't noticed much animation fails in this series, but this is the first episode I really noticed it. It's not bad. I'd rather complain about animation than complain about characters and plot. So, I can look past the animation, but I will mention it. There was a derpy animation section when you saw Naru and Hina sitting in the water, for instance, when they were swimming. You'll see how their faces look really, really bad. It looks really bad, under budget, and it definitely just like, whoa, what the fuck. There was a couple of scenes like that, but it wasn't nothing bad, so like I said, it's nothing major. BDs and DVDs can easily fix this error when they released them, so I guess it can be overlooked. Now, the music, once again, spot on. It definitely played well in the different scenes, and definitely made that emotional impact when you saw Naru about to jump off the pier. I was actually thought Naru was going to get hurt for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, she's about to get fucking hurt. I actually thought that. And then you see her have fun, and then Handa goes unconscious and hurts his own self. And so really the big thing here is it shows you that they know how to use their music, and that's something I really enjoyed. They really pumped up that, even though this was a slice of life comedy episode, it had that element to where you thought someone was about to get badly injured with some drama, so I'm like, oh shit. So, I love that. I love that a lot, and this episode definitely had those feels. And so, if you've yet to watch this episode or this series, go give it a watch, because it's definitely fun to watch. It's adorable, it's cute, it's definitely something anyone can sit down and really enjoy. I mean, get a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, and just have fun. So, anyways, everybody, tell me your thoughts about this episode of Barakamon. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? And if you didn't like it, let me know why you didn't like it, because I'm curious to see why anyone would dislike this series. But anyways, everybody, I love all of you so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.